What makes you feel good? What floats your boat and makes your steps lighter? What puts a smile on your face without fail and make even your Monday blues disappear? Well, those are the kind of positive ideas we want to focus on because from this point and on, it's good vibes only. On Good Vibes Only, we invite some good people into the studio to talk about good things only. And that is whatever makes us feel happy, whether it's foods, moods, hoods, or goods. And today's good person with the good vibes is singer-songwriter JUNNY.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to our show.
Hi,
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Could you start by introducing yourself to our global listeners?
Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is JUNNY. I'm so happy to be here. Happy to meet Hyerim. And yeah, let's have a great time.
Yeah, so I heard it's your first time on KBS World Radio.
Yeah, World Radio. It's the first time, yeah.
So you've been on KBS Radio, but not on the World
not
Radio.
the World one, yeah. So it's kind of, it's fun to, you know, be able to speak English again. Speaking my native tongue, and it's such a friendly vibe here. The staff, one of the staffs are actually from Vancouver as well. So
yeah, our staff writer Liz.
Little conversation there too. It just kind of felt like very homey and welcomey. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So you're feeling all right?
Yeah.
So you hail from Canada.
Yes.
And when did you come to Korea and what led you here? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Wow. I think it was 2018, December of 2018. I flew into Korea, honestly, just with the mind of I want to make music. And I want to pursue a career out here with music, whatever that may be. Like, I don't know if that's going to be me as a singer or an artist or a songwriter. It really didn't matter to me. I just wanted to make music, right? So I flew out to Korea, packed all my bags, and came here and just kind of went, you know, head first, dived in, and went through a lot. But thankfully I managed to pull through because of just amazing people in my life, and I'm here. Yeah, so that's what happened.
What a journey.
What a journey.
So it hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that long.
Right.
2018. Yeah, so like 2019 basically.
19, yeah, because you came in December.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you were always interested in music.
For sure, yeah. And I was also very interested in just the Korean culture.
Like K-pop.
Yeah, I grew up obviously in Canada my whole life, but we were always watching and listening and just consuming a lot of Korean content in the house. And, you know, just thanks to my older brothers that heavily influenced me into Korean music as well. And that really got me to take interest in, you know, what it's like living here. And I think that's the main thing, just having that love for the Korean culture my whole life kind of led me to just really pack my bags and come here rather than anywhere else in the world, because it's just a scary thing to do, right?
Right.
As a kid, I was not a kid, but I was like 21, 22, 22 years old, and you know, it's a big move.
Of course,
Yeah.
moving from one place to another, it's a big move.
Yeah, and I never lived outside of my parents' house before. That was my first time moving out
Of Canada, of your house.
of my house, but it happened to be a different country at the same
So how
time.
did your parents react? Were they supportive or were they worried about you, or were they like, yes, go? Like,
It was
what's their reaction?
Mixed emotions. Obviously, they want the best for me. They want me to be happy, but at the same time, I found out later that they were very worried. They didn't show it at the time. It seemed like they were just very encouraging and wanted me to do well and be happy. So
Of course.
But at the same time, you know, I knew inside like the emotions they were probably feeling, because they sacrificed their life to go to Canada for me and my brothers.
Are you the youngest in the family?
Yes, I am. Yeah, so it's like it's more of a problem for them because I'm the youngest. But yeah, but the fact that I'm going back, I think it just kind of hit them differently. And now that I'm much older and I think about it now, I just kind of have more respect for my parents, and I just want to thank them even more. So yeah.
Well, your parents must have been so worried about you at first because you're the maknae of the family and it's your first time going abroad. But now they must be so proud of you.
I hope so. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
of
tell me
course.
they're proud, and you know, I want to keep continuing to, you know, flourish and make them more prouder, and hopefully I can keep it going. Yeah.
So when you were in school, did you major in music?
Not in in college. Yeah, I took a music program, and it taught me how to just the basics of recording and how to make an actual record. Obviously, I took interest in music way back, like elementary days. Like I would sing choir solos and stuff like that. So I just love being on stage. I love singing. And then in high school, you know, you have your first crush, and you start, you know, having emotions and for people, and you start writing songs about someone, and that's where it started. But in a professional level, I think that's where I learned that was in college for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of solo part in a choir, it reminds me of our previous guest, a member from W24. He also said he was a
choir member.
Yeah, choir member, and he had a solo part too.
Yeah, I mean
just
that's
reminded me of
I
that.
guess it's just like the pathway of.
Is it a pathway?
Yeah.
I was in a choir too, but I didn't have a solo part.
Oh,
yeah. I always wanted to sing the soprano. I wanted to be in the soprano team, but they always put me in the alto.
Alto?
Yeah, because I have such a low voice.
But you know, altos are actually so much more rare and more like cherished.
Yeah, but sopranos, the higher part, they sound so much nicer.
I'm sure.
So they'd be like,
sounded great.
sopranos would be like, heal the world. And I'd be like, heal the world. Oh, you know.
Oh man, that just took me back to the choir days. But yeah,
Were you the soprano or the alto?
I was a tenor. As a tenor, it's like the higher. Higher range. But you know, I would sometimes just do whatever they needed, because my year of high school, not a lot of kids really were into choir.
What were they into?
Mostly like athletics, especially in my school. We had a very strong athletic program. So, but at the same time, for me, I did choir, and I was doing basketball. Yeah, and I would do dance team, and
I was in a dance team.
Yeah, like you know what it's like, right? So you just balance around everywhere, and then you finally realize what you like more, and I think that's what music happened to be for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of music, your latest album is called Dopamine, and it was released just about a month ago.
Yes.
So could you share? Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I love I saw your photos, the jacket photos, the photo shoot. It looks amazing. I was telling you that it looks like a Hwabo photo shoot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So could you share some details about the album?
Yeah. It's an album that finally came back with after a year now, or 2 years. Sorry. 2 years from my first studio album. It's an EP that I released. It's 6 songs. A lot of work was put into it, and it just kind of describes how I feel, the emotions, how I've been feeling, and the source of dopamine I was getting, you know. And the features and the collaborations, they're all just kind of like a dream come true for me, and yeah, it's called Dopamine.
Did you participate in the lyrics writing?
Yeah, I wrote all the songs.
You wrote all the songs?
I wrote all the songs, but
in Korean?
Yeah, Korean, and lyrics are in English as well.
In
English as well. And but not only just me, I had a lot of talented people that contributed to the album, and honestly, we all kind of worked really hard into it. And I just want to thank them more, because you know, it's my album, and I should, obviously that's an automatic for me to, you know, be very responsible for it, but they took as much of a responsibility.
Of course, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It feels like it looks like you're getting all the credit. Like people think it's all about you, but it's impossible. You can't do it yourself.
Yeah, it wouldn't
you
have
need all your
happened.
crew, all the team,
Exactly.
engineer and recording, and like everybody.
Yeah, like even visuals, you know, the music videos and like the concept and everything. It's just kind of
Yeah, it doesn't just come out like that.
Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does not.
There's so many people behind this album.
Yes.
Right, so now it's time for a song break. So let's listen to the title track of the album, Dopamine, right away. Here is Rush by JUNNY featuring Bobby. We just heard Rush by JUNNY featuring Bobby off of his latest album, Dopamine. Ay, what a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we were talking about the rap part too, about Bobby. What was it like to work with Bobby?
Incredible, and honestly, a dream come true. Like I said, I was such a big fan of him when I think I was probably just going into college. He was in this TV show, this rap TV show.
Oh, I watched that too.
And he was like just lights out. He was killing it, and honestly fell in love with just like his stage presence and his rap, and it just kept on going. And then obviously working into my career, I ran across his newest music video, and I listened to the music, I saw the visuals, and I was just stunned. I was like, oh my goodness, he's developed even higher than what I've seen him, and he was already like so good.
Yeah.
And it gave me an idea of, it would be so cool if I could somehow ask him to be on the song. And thankfully, I had a friend of mine who's worked with Bobby for a very long time, and he happened to have his number.
Oh,
yeah,
nice,
so I kind of
nice.
asked him if it's okay if I just want to talk to him about a feature, and then he's like, yeah, let me ask him, and he was like, so happy to. Yeah, and so I got his number. Obviously, I messaged him, and it just, he was honestly so humble, so kind, and he was just willing to just do anything for the song to make it good. And honestly, I just let him just do whatever and just tell him to do his magic, and he came up with this, and
It's amazing.
It's great.
It's
yeah,
so chill.
It's great. And,
The whole vibe of the song is
yeah,
very chill.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Bobby sounds really down to earth.
He is. Yeah, he is. I really wish I was able to really like meet him physically, but it was more of like he did it in his own studio and in my own studio.
Wait, so you never got to meet him?
Never got to meet him yet.
Wow.
And then now he's doing service in the military.
He's in the military.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
it's harder for me to see him even more now. So hopefully maybe after he comes back, I'll be able to finally see him after. And,
Yeah, you guys should definitely have 밥 한 끼.
Yeah,
Like have
for sure.
a good meal.
On me for sure.
Of course, yeah. All right, and we've got lots of listeners saying hello to you on YouTube, so let's just quickly give them a shout out.
All right.
All right, so there's so many IDs, but I'm going to try my best to read
Got you.
them.
You got it.
Yeah, listeners per SV June, Skeen V, Cami June, Ariana Luz, Momo, Fig, H Love, KHJ, Leah R, Na, the Meteor Stars. Meteor Stars. Taipei Word, Me 911, Cami June, Leon Tio, Dao, Ambiguous Radish, Siska, and Vianney, XMM, H Sam, Mochi, Yana, Nana, Panda.
Oh.
They all say hi.
Hi.
And forgive me if I pronounced your IDs wrong.
I'm sure they're lovely people and they forgive you, but
Of course.
you did a great job.
Yeah, so many people are tuning in and listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, and Cammy June says, hey JUNNY and DJ Hyerim, you have been releasing content after content for a couple years, which is amazing. However, it must have its downside. What are your favorite pick-me-up routines for whenever you may be stressed and overwhelmed? I could really use some recommendations because life has been a little too much lately. Thank you and have a great day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great question. I think
Yes.
Should I answer right now?
Yes.
I have to. I think these days it's more of I try to shut out all the negativity at times. When I'm obviously anyone can get stressed and tired.
Right.
But I kind of started thinking, what's the point of stressing out to a point where it's gonna harm me emotionally and physically? I think I kind of try and see the positives of everything, and that's honestly where like my fans come in. I get so much energy from them, but that's just my situation. But if you look at it broadly, I think just people who love you and people who are that are always going to be there for you and encourage you and is always by your side. I think those people, you got to be even more grateful for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not only just a thought, but actually really appreciate that someone is there just happy that you exist.
Of course.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. But the funny thing is, like when you get 100 good comments and one really negative one, that one negative comment really stands out and really
Of course.
it gets stuck in your head. But then, like Junny said, just try to stay away from the negative comments. It's from the people that, you know,
Exactly.
don't even know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just, maybe they were having a rush day, a harsh day.
Yeah,
right?
there's no way to tell what kind of person they are just from one, you know, context. It's more of they must have been through something or some whatever happened to them. It could have been whatever,
Right.
and
It's their problem,
it's their
not
problem.
yours.
Yeah.
Not
So
yours.
yeah, and we all have those days too. You know, where we're
Yeah.
angry and you know can say things that we don't mean. So we try not to get that into your head and try to appreciate the love more and try to love everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And try to look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Very good. And Silver Sir 0508 says, I love your songs. It's so hot and muggy these days. I have a hard time waking up in the morning.
Tell me about it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Could I ask you to say something that I could save as a morning call? I
Oh.
think I'll be able to wake up full of dopamine.
Okay, Silver Sir. Silver Sir. What should I say? Wake up. Let's have a great day. Yeah, wake up, get out of bed, and let's have a wonderful day. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your wake up call.
I would say good morning, wakey
morning,
wakey,
wakey,
rise and
wakey.
shine. That's how I wake up my boy.
Oh, I mean, I can't do that. You know, I'm not very, I don't know why. It's very, for me, like, I've never heard that before. Even as a kid, it's more of like, because I had older brothers.
Yeah.
They're not,
You have
know,
two older brothers.
Two older brothers, yeah. And my,
Three boys.
three
Wow.
boys. So my
Your
mom
parents.
was very busy always.
course.
So there wasn't much time for her to really wake me up like, you know, wake up.
That's how you don't know.
It's more like get out of bed right now. All right, let's go. Like it was more of that because the three boys, it's like a military, you know what I mean?
can't
Like
imagine.
yeah, so shout out to my mom.
Shout out to your mom,
shout out to my
really. And I have one boy and I'm pregnant with my second boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Two
Oh,
boys.
awesome.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be my max.
Two? You can't say that.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
You
I
don't
think but as what my dad said, the more the merrier. He said he was really happy. Apparently, my mom was kind of like stressed out. But
I'm sure she
honestly,
wanted
I
a
don't blame her.
girl.
She wanted a girl.
She wanted a girl.
And she kind of tried to raise me as a girl, but it didn't really work out. 'cause,
Obviously, it didn't work.
yeah, I'm not very affectionate. Like I'm not very like vocally like expressive to my mother.
Who is out of the three?
Ah man, I gotta say my oldest brother.
Really?
Very Is it unusual? I think it's unusual.
I think so, because it's normally the maknae
it's usually
who
the
has the
maknae.
aekyo.
Yeah, but the maknae is like on the opposite side of the world, so yeah, he's gotta do his job.
Shout out to Junny's mother.
Shout out to Junny's
wow. All right, well, going back to the topic, what does your music making process look like?
Oh wow, it varies from time to time, but these days I kind of love working from scratch, so nothing. So I kind of like just going into a studio with a producer that I tend to work with and just have a coffee together and just conversate, and then we never really talk about what do you want to make. It's more of someone starts something and we don't really say anything, we just kind of add on to it. And then we started changing it up, and then then we kind of talk about, hey, we should go this direction with this song. I kind of like this vibe of the song. And then that's where it kind of builds up. And then I take it home, I kind of write the lyrics, and then I come back, we work on it some more, and that could happen literally 10 times or one time.
Right.
It fluctuates.
It really depends on
Very depends,
the
yeah.
song, the
Depends on the
situation.
song, yeah.
Then do you normally start with a reference?
I always wanted to do it with the reference, but honestly, with this album and some of the songs previous, I started not doing it with the reference. It was more of like subconsciously what I want to make. It's like, you know, when you have a reference point, you kind of, it's harder to become more creative that way.
Yeah.
Because you have a certain guideline of what kind of direction the song needs to go. But I found the beauty of working on a song subconsciously. It's like I'm bringing all these memories and these songs that I've listened to my whole life.
Yeah.
It's not something that I can just go like, oh, it's that someone's artist's song. I can't do that, but it's somewhere in the back of my mind. So I'm using that, I kind of make the song, and it becomes more organic to me. It feels more personal, and it's just more fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. You can be more creative without a reference,
Right.
and you can really think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because when I was in JYP, and I believe the bigger companies, they usually have reference
Right.
to start with.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's good too. And
sure.
there are pros and cons about
Yeah.
it. And speaking of big companies, you've worked with so many artists, including Dynamic Duo, and
Dynamic
many
Duo, yeah.
SM entertainment artists too.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was fun. Honestly, working with SM was kind of like the starting point of my career in Korea. Like I said, I packed my bags, I came here, honestly not knowing anything, not knowing what to expect. And
then you got to work with SM artists. How did that come about?
Because it's all thanks to the internet and being able to put your songs online without really no cost.
So
It was free.
SM Entertainment listened, you
Somehow.
posted, somehow.
Yeah, somehow it got into one of the A&R's ears. My SoundCloud, can I say SoundCloud? Oh yeah, okay. yeah. My songs on the internet, and then just somehow got into their ear, and they reached out. And honestly didn't believe it at that situation, but yeah, it was legit, and he was actually from SM.
Wow.
And he wanted me to come out to a song camp.
Oh, song camp.
Yeah, so
wow.
it's all these amazing musicians and talented writers that just come together, and we spent a whole week of just writing songs. And hopefully they'll like it, and then it will be pitched to an artist. And it was an unbelievable experience, from just being in my home and working on music and having that freedom and control, and then going to a new country and going to SM and going into a room full of just amazing musicians with amazing careers as songwriters, just watching you create.
Wow.
It was nerve-wracking, it was terrifying at the time, but they were so kind, encouraging me to, just keep on working. And from there, that song, it was able to become Suho, who's an EXO leader of EXO, it became his song, the song I wrote.
Was Suho the first SM artist that you got to work with?
Yeah, so we wrote the song. It was called Made in You, and then it became Suho's song. And then we met up, and then he talked about the lyrics. He wanted to write the lyrics with us, and so we worked on it together, and then the song came alive, and it just felt surreal. And that's the starting point, and from there it just kind of took off, and then I started writing a lot for different artists in SM, not only just SM, but artists outside of, all in K-pop. And so I think like 1 or 2 years of that kind of shaped me into actual songwriter, like a professional songwriter.
Yeah. Well, that's a good start.
Yeah. And then
Really good start.
I
read that you worked a lot with NCT Dream.
Yes, NCT Dream, NCT 127. I've worked with Kai, IU. I contributed her album. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, do you think you... Oh, by the way, I saw that JB of GOT7 is in the same company as you.
Yes, yeah, he's...
Because we were in the same company before
Yeah,
JYP.
yeah. So we knew each other, and we were very close even before he came into the company. He's like a big brother.
Oh.
He reached out to me too, my early days in Korea, and he kind of helped me, connect with some of these kindest people that are in the music industry. And thanks to him, I kind of learned a lot. Just watching him, like 활동, do his thing, just to see like what it's like to be an artist and carry out a project, and be able to perform it and be able to promote it.
Right.
Learn so much from him, and just like the mentality part, how to keep your mental healthy and stuff like that. So he's like a teacher, at the same time he's like an older brother.
And a good hyung.
Good
to you.
hyung, good hyung. And,
Yeah, he's really chill.
yeah, he's very chill. And yeah, so we're in the same company now, which is mind-blowing, and I'm so happy that he's here, and it just makes us all feel very, like 자랑스러워, like proud. Yeah.
So do you think you enjoy working with other people because you're an ENFP? MBTI?
I'm a people person. Yeah, I like it. But sometimes I do like my time alone at home. I don't usually go out. It's weird. I'm an E.
You're a homebody.
But I'm a homebody. I love people, but I don't go out to see them. But I like it when people are around. It's weird. I don't know. I'm weird.
So you're somewhere in between E and I would say.
I think so. I can't say I'm on strictly one side. I think it's somewhere in the middle, but maybe closer to an E.
Yeah.
But I do have fun if we're in like a group of people. I do tend to have a lot of fun. I'm not like the quiet type.
So it depends on the surrounding.
Depends on the surrounding. Depends on the person. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So who would you like to collaborate with next? There's so many great artists.
There's so many great artists, and I think I've just been having this. I was grateful. I'm so thankful to be able to work with so many hip hop artists and rappers, right? And there's this one artist I really want to work with, honestly, and Binzino. He's one of my favorite artists in Korea, and I've been listening to his songs lately a lot, a lot, and even his recent album and the albums previously, and it kind of hit me oh my goodness, we should appreciate this guy even more. And so
he's a great artist.
Yeah, if I had to choose one, I think I would love to work with him.
Well, you should reach out to him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's really down to earth. He is a really cool guy.
Oh,
I love him too.
Wow. Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Would love to see your collaboration with Benzino.
Thank you.
Hopefully someday soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, for our next song break, we're going to get a bit more taste of JUNNY's new album with a few more tracks. Let's listen to his song Taste and Figure 8. We just heard JUNNY's songs Taste and Figure 8 in that order. Oh. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
and
taking a look at some more comments on YouTube. The Meteor Star says, "와, 좋아하는 노래잖아."
I'm glad. Thank you.
And Megan and May says, "Oh, my favorite."
Hey.
And Club KHJ says, "So in love with these two songs."
Yay.
Skeen V says, "It's my favorite song, and thank you for making such a great song, JUNNY."
Thank you.
And Dao says, "Figure 8 always hits me in the feels." Yeah. Mochi Yananana Panda says, "I didn't know we're same ENFP because I sometimes feel like JUNNY is introvert." I did get that vibe.
Really?
I did,
You thought I was an introvert? Oh, man. I guess I was just kind of I don't know. I should try to do the test again. It's been a while.
Yeah, that may be a good idea because it can change a little bit.
Yeah, it can change.
And Nanana says, "왕, 나도 똑같은 NFP. I don't go out a lot, but I love people."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Megan and May says, "Would love to see a rock or jazz album next."
Oh, wow. That's a good idea.
Have you thought of doing any rock
I
ballads?
love
rock
rock.
songs?
Honestly, I grew up listening to rock bands too. So yeah, maybe it could be a possibility. Yeah.
Shion says, "JUNNY, hi."
Hi.
Laika says, "Hello, JUNNY."
Hi.
Leah R says, "What are JUNNY's hobbies these days?"
Oh, my hobbies? I recently, I'm so lame, but I recently got into puzzles.
Puzzles.
Yeah, I
so
made this
classic
1,000-piece
and fun.
puzzle. It was
1,000-piece.
so difficult. It took me a
What
week.
kind of drawing?
It was a character, like a puppy character, dog character. A lot of people might know what this character is. I don't know if I can say that.
The Disney. Wait, can I say it?
Can we say it?
Can we say it?
Oh, it's a Snoopy. It's Charlie Brown Snoopy. Yeah, it's a
I see.
Snoopy. I got it as a gift from a fan, and it was 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
I was like, 1,000 pieces, knock it out of the park. Let's try it. Took me a week, everybody. Took me a week, and but that week was honestly so worth it because that last piece, that's when I realized, oh, puzzles are a thing. It's like the last piece you put in, it's like the satisfaction you get from that. That's when I realized, oh, puzzles are actually fun. Yeah, so
It's a lot of fun. I love puzzles
it's a lot
too.
of fun. Yeah, I was so used to just the easy stuff, but
too.
trying a 1,000-piece one, it's different. Maybe I should try like more harder ones later on. But yeah, I want to frame it. I'm trying to figure out like where I can get like the bigger frame to actually put it on a wall or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that's the challenging part. Moving your
Exactly.
puzzles
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Right now it's still
gluing it.
like on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you don't want it to break. You
Yeah.
want it to move it gently.
Yeah, it's
Right?
hard
And
work.
well, good job on the puzzles.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
And Leon de Lemonade says you recently. I hope I pronounced
Leon
it.
the Lemonade. The lemon.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's a
Leon the
long
Lemonade.
word. Yeah,
Leon the
lemonade. Okay, I see it now. Yes. You recently performed in Singapore and Jakarta. How was the experience? And did you visit any places and have some local food? Good question. What did you enjoy the most?
Oh.
And there's another question.
There's another question. Sorry. Yeah.
What's your most favorite song to perform live? And is there any difference performing in music festivals and for your own concerts?
Oh wow, these
Two
are
questions.
all amazing questions.
Yeah.
First
go
of
through
all,
them.
though, the experience was amazing. My favorite part of it was honestly just meeting the fans and just performing in front of the fans. I think that's the most fun part, and being able to see the fans that I won't be able to see maybe in Korea, or if I do like somewhere in North America or Europe. I won't be able to see these fans out here, right? So it was such a good opportunity and to start off the tour there. And local food, I got a lot of local food, but the funny thing is, I think when we landed in Jakarta, the first thing we ate was Korean food.
Oh.
Because I was abroad for a very long time. I was in Australia too, so it was kind of, I didn't have that much time to eat Korean food, so I started craving it a little.
I see.
That's what happens in Korean food kind of makes you crave it if you don't have it for a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we visited a Korean spot in Jakarta. So good. I think it's probably better than some of the places out here. And my favorite song to perform live, I think, for now, I think like Rush, the title song, is just so fun to hear the fans kind of sing along the parts, and yeah, they're just really fun parts of the song that I really enjoy performing. Difference between music festivals and my own concerts, I think obviously the audience. Yeah. If it's my own concert, they're all here to see me, right? And I just get some sort of confidence in myself of, oh, I gotta put on a good show, and I know that they all came to see me, and I have this thing. Festival is more like, I gotta show these people who I am, and I gotta make these people enjoy the songs I'm performing. So it's a very different mindset. But then,
So you have more responsibility
Yeah.
when it's your own concert.
yeah. But then halfway through, it just becomes a stage for me to really express.
Right.
And I feel more comfortable, like halfway through. It's always like that. The first few songs, I'm kind of like nervous at music festivals because you don't know what to expect.
Right.
And they don't, some of them may not know who I am at all. So, but when I start performing a little bit and get to let them hear of some of my songs, I see a few faces go, oh, this is the guy. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Oh, I know this song. That's when you're like,
Oh,
okay,
this song.
okay, I gotta really show them. And then that's when I really perform and I get comfortable. So that's the difference.
So do you like to perform? Do you feel more comfortable performing on a smaller stage or with a bigger crowd?
I think they both have incredible qualities. Oh, wow, that's hard. That's a really good question, actually.
It's a hard question, right?
Yeah. I love intimate, like intimate performances where I can really engage and like see the crowd and really hear them. But at the same time, if it's a bigger show, I mean, the bigger performance of a performance I can give. And so I love both, but are you going to make me choose one? I can't choose one. I just say I love both.
Yeah, both has its pros and cons.
Yeah, pros and cons, yeah.
But if you ask me, I like bigger stage because when it's small and intimate, you can see everybody's expression. And that, as a MBTI,
Right.
I'm a
Oh,
strong
you're an
I. I
I.
get a bit shy.
I get shy. Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, that's where I think I'm E. Because when I see their
Oh.
face, I kind of like, even if they could be like squinting or like, oh, what's going on? I like that. It's
I
like,
saw some people yawning at my show. I'm like, oh, is it because of me? Am I making this too
no,
boring?
no,
You
no, no,
know?
no. I'm sure they're just had a rough night the day before or something. I don't know. Yeah, but no.
Well, thank you for reassuring.
Oh.
All right. Well, what do you? I mean, you've been touring so much.
Mm-hmm.
You went to Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, so many, New Zealand, and even Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you like most about tour? Wait, you mentioned that you like to meet your fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part.
And but also too, just to be able to see the world.
Oh.
You know.
But do you get enough time to travel and look around, sightseeing?
Sometimes, but I try to get the most of it as much as I can from just the traveling, like the airport to the hotel. Like the ride to that, I try to see like what's going on, the vibe of everything, and it's so interesting. I love people watching. Is that kind of creepy? I know, but it's interesting to see different lives, and you know, like when I was in Europe, a country that I've never been to ever in my life was like probably, let's say, like Germany. I've never been to Germany before. It was my first time going to like Berlin and seeing the life there and see how everyone lives there, and then going to somewhere like, you know, maybe Singapore or Hong Kong. It's completely different, right? The culture and everything.
Right.
It's just so interesting. Like we're all human and we're all live for the same purposes, but at the same time we're just culturally so different. And
Yeah.
it's so interesting to see. So yeah, those are the fun things, little fun things that you feel when you're on tour.
Yeah, it's definitely a great experience.
Yeah.
Right. All right, it's now time for another song break, and this time we're going to get a quick peek into Junny's own playlist. Here are a couple of songs he chose for us. First up is Soft by Lucky Day, followed by MGMT and their song Electric Feel. We just heard Electric Feel by MGMT, and before that, Soft by Lucky Day. And if you're just tuning in, I'm joined by singer-songwriter JUNNY for this week's Good Vibes Only. And taking a look at the message board, Angel Jang says,
Hey.
Hi, JUNNY and Hyerim, much love from Vancouver.
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for tuning
Thanks a lot.
in. And ATR's Roa says, hello from Mexico.
Ooh.
All the way from Mexico. Thank
Mexico.
you. And Nay GM says, I'm so happy to see JUNNY promoting Dopamine everywhere. He deserves all the success. Greetings from Mexico again.
Greetings.
Thank you. Right, so before we let you go, do you have any message for Junipers?
Oh, yes. Honestly, I say this every time, but thank you for everything. You guys are the reason why I'm able to do this. I'm able to put out an album and be able to promote it and be able to perform, go out on tour. It's all thanks to you. So I'm constantly thinking about, you know, how to make you guys even prouder to be a fan of mine, and I'll continue on to bring you good music as long as you love me. So thank you so much.
Oh, your fans must be so happy and so proud of you, and they must love this new album.
Hopefully.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's already time to say goodbye.
Oh,
so
man.
thank you so much for coming in and for sharing your good vibes with us today.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, and please visit us again soon.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, and goodbye. All right, we're going to say goodbye to JUNNY and close the show with another song picked by JUNNY. Here is Last Night on Earth by Green Day. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Hyerim with producers Hong Seoryang and Kwon Chae-ryung and writer Liz. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow.